when you lose a loved one, it can sting you. You know, when we talk about stinging, we only know about scorpion bites, snake bites, ants stinging you, scorpions stinging you. But then death also, it can sting. So when people die, when you lose a loved one, it can sting you. Now, the only thing we should just go and say is, sorry for your great loss. If you don't have anything to say, just say sorry. And even if you don't have anything to say at all, just greet and go and sit down. I saw a book in a shop one day. They call it How to Be a Gentleman. And I saw in that book that if you go for a funeral as a gentleman, don't shake hands with the people who have lost the person. In Africa, if you don't shake hands, they say you don't respect. But I mean, to be a gentleman, it says you must keep your hands either in front of you or behind you. Some people also in another country says that when you keep your hand like this and you keep your hand like that, you are trying to remember the slave trade that you are a slave. It's not true. Where do you get all these things from? It's all in the mind. But all the book was saying is that you must learn to be a gentleman. So a gentleman just greets at a funeral and goes to sit down because the pain people are going through, you cannot explain it. You cannot explain it. Death can also bring hopelessness, feelings of hopelessness. You can suddenly begin to lose hope because this is a person you had dreams with. You wanted to build a house with the person. You wanted to do something with the person. And the time had not come. The person had not seen the things the person should have seen. And then the person is dead and gone. Death, it can sting you with hopelessness. Death can also sting you with confusion. You can be confused. It can sting you with confusion. I remember my father used to have this assistant pastor called Pastor McDonald. Very good man, nice man. And I remember those days, we'll go to this man's house. I mean, he had about, I think about 4 bedrooms, and then I think there was very house. I mean, he had about, I think about 4 bedrooms, and then I think there was an outhouse or something like that. And we'll go there Friday. And went to the hospital, Kolebu. Was okay, was doing well. Then Bishop went to go and see him in the afternoon. And when Bishop got there, they told him that he was gone. When they told him that he was gone, look, Bishop started to walk and they started looking for him. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. They were looking for him, they couldn't find him. He was supposed to give an instruction whether they should put the body in the mortuary at Kolebu or put it at 37 or give it at Rich. But confusion had hit him. They found him at the seaside somewhere. I think Kolegono or Choco somewhere. That's where they found him. Confusion. When you lose a loved one, it can sting you with confusion. So there can be pain, there can be hopelessness, then there can also be confusion. It can disturb and trouble you. Dangerous. It makes death an enemy of man, because death, it can sting you. Sometimes families don't remain the same any longer after the death of a particular person. It can be a father, it can be a mother, it can be a sister, it can be an auntie, it can be a son, it can be a daughter. But the death of somebody who is like a pillar in the family can distort everything in the family. You know, sometimes there are some women like that. They are like, we call them unifiers. They are the one that brings aunties and uncles and everybody together, cousins, nephews, nieces, and everybody together, and they are together. If those people are gone, everything just scatters and everything is destroyed. So death is an enemy of man, because death together, cousins, nephews, nieces, and everybody together, and they are together. If those people are gone, everything just scatters and everything is destroyed. So death is an enemy of man, because death, Corinthians 15 verse 55 says, oh, cemetery, I'm a summon, different places. See the traffic that is on the way to these places. People are going to bury their dead. So death is an enemy because it gives the grave temporary victory. I say temporary. I wrote the victory because, but I made it temporary because one day, all the people that it has swallowed, he will have to vomit them up. in Jesus' name. Number 3, another reason why death is an enemy of man is that the thought of it provokes fear. The thought of death stirs up fear in man. When the doctor tells you that you have that sickness, your mind immediately will travel to death. You will see yourself in a coffin, and you will see people had come for the funeral, and you will hear dirges being sung for you at the funeral, and you will hear your tribute being read at the funeral, and the pastor preaching a message at your funeral, and then making an altar call at the funeral, and you will see yourself being carried in a dead body to go and bury in the cemetery, all because of fear. All because when the doctor tells you that you have that enemy,